Hi everyone, and welcome to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to answer the most commonly asked question I've been asked for the last couple of weeks. So one of the two most questions asked on my YouTube channel for Tap Titans 2 is, what is the best build? And the second one is, I'm stuck, or I can't progress anymore, what should I do? So there's a great question by Zenku here. He's asked during the stream, I'm stuck at stage 2300, what should I do? Now, 9 times out of 10, obviously some people are unique in different circumstances, but I found after answering some questions, the majority of reasons that people get stuck is one of two things. One, they're constantly pushing, so they're pushing all the time, prestiging, pushing. And two, they're not following any sort of strategy. So they're not following a guide, a build, an optimizer, clan, or they just haven't watched my YouTube video of the 400 tips and guides I've got on the YouTube video. So it's always one of those two things. So I will give a brief explanation of things that would make you stuck and how to fix them and where you should be looking at. So today's video is answering the question, Soulrise, I'm stuck in Tap Titans 2 and I can't progress. What do I do? So what you need to do is answer the question. One, do you continuously push, or are you only pushing in tournaments? Now, if you continuously push, what I mean by that is you're always pushing. So say, for example, on my screen, I'm not going past the boss. Normally what you do is as soon as you can't progress, stage and start again straight away. Don't try to gain the extra 5 stages or 10 stages or just push that little bit extra. You're wasting time. You're better off prestiging and doing a whole new run and getting back, because essentially if you're spending, say for example your run time is half an hour and you're spending 20 minutes to gain an extra 10 stages, you could have done a whole new run in that time and gained all the extra relics in that run, which would have been probably 2 or 3 times as much more than you would have got in those few stages. There's no point wasting twice as long on gaining 10, 20 stages when you should prestige. So basically looking at your best relic gain versus runtime. All right, so to answer the question, by pushing so much, so that explains about the perfect runtime, how much run you should be expecting, and a raw fun, a good runtime should be about 15 to 20 minutes. If you're spending like an hour, 2 hours to 3 hours on your runtime, that could be the reason why, is that you're spending too much on your boss, you're not optimized, you're not using the build. So you should be looking at a runtime of about 15 to 20 minutes. Any longer than that, then there's obviously a very big problem. So that's already a shout out to say, if you're more than 20 minutes as a runtime, then obviously there's lots of things we need to look at. Now, the reason you could be not getting past your max stage or getting stuck at levels is that you're spending too much time on bosses. 2, you're constantly pushing. So what I mean by that is that you're using only your artifacts, leveling your current artifacts and using that as potential and not saving them for tournaments. Essentially, I would recommend only pushing in tournaments. So tournaments are every Wednesdays and Sundays. Now, the benefit of only pushing in tournaments is to get first place prizes. First place prizes is one of the ways to get the biggest resources in one go in the game. Apart from whaling it and buying Titan chest and buying the bundles, this is the biggest way to get the most resources of power for free in the game. So by getting first place, as you can see here, I've got 16 eggs, over 1,000 diamonds, 160 shards. That'll get me a full legendary set and it'll at least get me some mythic items. This, getting first place, is way more important when you first play the game. And to get the whole point of saving your potential for tournament. So what I mean by saving your potential, that means don't buy any new artifacts, don't spend your diamonds, and don't spend your shards, all that stuff, only inside tournaments. If you're spending it outside, constantly pushing, that's why you get stuck. One, because you're not saving your pushing power for one go, you're spreading it out. So you're doing like little pushes instead of one big push. 2, you're shooting yourself in the foot for tournaments because you've used up all your resources. You're not going to compete to other people that are following this strategy. The most people at first place in tournaments are people following my videos, my strategies and my tips, or doing their own thing and getting first place. So you want to be saving your potentials, not always pushing, just doing it inside tournaments only, especially buying artifacts. You should only buy artifacts in tournaments. That's definitely the big one. And outside tournaments, you should be concentrating on your raiding and leveling up your books of shadows. Second, what would be killing you right now is not being optimized or following an optimizer or being in a clan. Now, if you're not following the build guide, then obviously your stats and figures and skill points are going to be not optimized. So that would generally make you weaker anyway. Not following an artifact optimizer does the exact same thing. So if you're, I don't know, using a guide where it says it does gold income is pet Harmadas, but you don't have any artifacts that boost you in pet gold, then that'd be pointless and that'll make you weaker because you're maybe following a build guide, but you're not using an artifact optimizer, then your artifacts aren't helping you, giving you the best power you can. So you need to do both. You need to follow a build guide to make sure you do the right skill points in the right areas. You may be using an optimizer to make sure artifacts help boost those skill points in the right areas. And again, all this is to help you get first place in tournaments. Secondly, as well, clan. If you're not in a decent clan, that affects your runtime. So we've got something called advanced stage start. That essentially means when you prestige, you start at a higher level, and the higher level you start, the shorter amount of stages you need to complete to get to your max stage. Again, makes you run quicker. It makes a huge difference. To give you an idea, 44k gives you the max advanced stage start. With the clan morale and the clan booster, it goes up to 95% advanced stage start at the moment, I believe. Sorry, I was looking at the booster here. Clan loyalty. Yeah, so advanced stage start gives you an extra 15% when you max out staying loyalty in the clan, and obviously raid damage as well. And it gives you a total boost of, I believe, 95%. With the stage rush, which you collect by prestiging, but you can get up to a maximum of 95% of your stage. If you press prestige and look at your advanced start now, if it's low, like say 10-20%, that's the reason why your runtime as well is going to be so huge, maybe like an hour long, compared to other people in tournaments which are 90% or more. So if you think about it, if it takes you an hour to do a runtime, to do one run, and there's a guy that takes 20 minutes to do it, he's essentially can do 3 times the run it's going to take you to do one. So if it takes you 2 hours to do it, he can do 6 runs, 6 prestiges, all those relics, all that resources in the time it takes you to do one. That's why it's so important to join a high level clan and to get that raid damage up, the advanced clan loyalty up, and get your advanced stage start up. So that's the second thing. So those are the main things that will help you to achieve, to stop having static walls, hitting those soft walls, hitting those hard walls, not progressing. And essentially it makes you feel good as well, because instead of doing these little potential pushes, you can do these 2 massive big pushes twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays, which will make you feel great because you'd be smashing first place. You can, do a bit of clout to your mates to say how many first place undisputed tournament wins you have. Big massive pushes instead of little pushes all the times you'll be doing. I think in one of my videos I did like 6,000 pushes in one run, just in one run in a tournament. That's how much potential I saved for that particular tournament earlier on. So you can literally do 4,000 stages in one go, if it's optimized enough. So it's definitely something you should look forward to. And my final tip for today's video would be, if in doubt, watch my YouTube videos. There's over 400 videos on my YouTube channel with tons of tips, guys, beginner's guide videos, road to endgame, which I'll go from 0 to 80k step by step, showing you what I did to get first place and progress. Loads of mana guides, build guides, optimized guides, artifact optimizers. So, look at my videos if you need any more explanation or any more guidance, or just pop in Discord. Ask me in Discord. I'm generally there answering your questions, or pop and stream. I stream every Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. GMT time. So essentially, I stream when the tournament's on, so I can show you like I did today. Apart from that, if any of this tips, guys, information has helped, make sure you subbed and followed. It does help me out greatly. And I hope you have a wonderful day. See you all next time. Take care. Bye.